There are Windows computers, then there are Macs, and finally, there is Linux. Hey guys, you are listening to Money is Blind podcast. I'm your host Prasoon. This is the show where blind and visually impaired tech geeks can learn entrepreneurship skills. I've been doing it as a legally blind for the last 6 years, and you can also do it. So in this episode, I'll be reviewing 5 Linux distros that you can use as a blind or a visually impaired person for your computing needs. If you don't like Windows, the security vulnerabilities, the privacy issues, if you don't like Apple ecosystem, the high cost of the devices, Linux is for you because it is free, it is open source, and there are so many distros which are now accessible for the blind in 2023. And I'll be talking about 5 such distros that you can use. You might have heard about Ubuntu, but in this episode, I'll be talking about 5 other Linux distros or versions of Linux that you can install in your computer, even your old computer, and make it a screen reader machine with other powers like magnification, zoom, and all the accessibility features which are required for a blind person to browse the internet, to do all the productivity tasks, and become an entrepreneur. So the first Linux distro is called Accessible Coconut. Yeah, I'm not joking. It's a real name. And it is a distro based on Ubuntu Mate, and it comes with inbuilt screen readers, PDF readers, ebook readers, and all the other tools which are required for low vision users like zoom and magnifiers and all. It also includes a screen reader which has a built-in speech synthesizer. It also supports Braille. So do try out Accessible Coconut. So if you are installing Accessible Coconut, you may not need to search for other screen readers and softwares after installing the Linux. So that's the first one. The second Linux distro is called Watchdogs. It's spelled VOJTUX, Watchdogs. Watchdogs is an unofficial Fedora-based Linux distro which was developed by a blind engineer. So the main attraction is that since it is developed by a blind developer, it has everything which a blind user needs out of the box. It has the Orca screen reader at the login screen. It has speech synthesizers, and it comes with repositories where you can download more voices for the screen readers. By the way, if you want to compare the voice that you are using in the screen reader in Linux with Siri or Mac or VoiceOver and Windows Narrator and NVDA, I would say that the synthesizers in Linux is 5 to 10 years older, or they need to develop because they sound robotic and monotonic, especially when you compare it with VoiceOver in Mac and NVDA and even Windows Narrator. It's good in Windows 11. Watchdogs also contains a shortcut which can turn your monitor black, just like the screen curtain in Apple computers. But in order to install Watchdogs, you will need a sighted person's help, so beware of that. The third one is called Trisquel. So this one is based on Ubuntu, the very popular Linux distro which started, I think it was one of the first Linux distros in the world, and Trisquel is based on Ubuntu. It is used widely in blind schools, educational institutions, offices, and even in home environments. So this one also comes with Orca screen reader by default, and it mainly focuses on the screen reader, and there's nothing special about Trisquel other than the fact that the documentations are good and they are also accessible with screen readers. in their website. The fourth one is called Ubuntu Mate. This one is also based on Ubuntu, but it's a different one, and it is called Ubuntu Mate. And the final one is Fedora, just like Ubuntu Mate. This one also comes with Orca screen reader, and the voice and the navigation, the accessibility features are good in both Ubuntu Mate and Fedora. By the way, I have used both these Linux distros in the past, but it was back in 2019. I haven't used it in 2023, and I'm not sure how good the synthesizers are. Last week, I installed Ubuntu Linux in my personal assistant's laptop, and when he was trying to take a screenshot, he was trying to use the same keyboard shortcuts as in Windows, and he triggered Orca screen reader accidentally, and I was able to listen to the voice of the speech synthesizer, and it was good. It was not that bad when I compare it with the Fedora installation that I did in 2019. So Linux has also improved in its screen reader and other accessibility features. So if you are a Linux head, if you are completely open source friendly, you should definitely try out these 5 Linux distros instead of going for Windows and Mac. So that's it, guys. On that note, I'm signing off. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.